Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. My name is Bethany Jackson and I am an ISSA certified personal fitness trainer and sole proprietor of Old Fashioned Fitness. Today we're going to be doing a healthy hips workout. I feel like the hips are a very neglected part of your body. A lot of people don't know that they're actually part of your core, so if you don't have healthy hips, you don't have a healthy core. Furthermore, this is not your hips and this is not your hips. Your hips are actually the socket in which your femur rests on the underside of your pelvis. So when people talk about having wide hips, that's actually because of an incorrect swivel or pivot that your femur bone has inside of the socket. Let's get started. We're going to start with a warm-up. First, we're going to do a pendulum kick, which is going to look like this. You're just going to swing your leg back and forth. And the idea here is not to go quickly or see how far you can get it. You just want to have your foot flat and you want to be able to keep control. All right? And as you are able to keep control more, you will be able to increase your arc. All right? So let's do it on the next leg. This will be the moment of truth. This side is more difficult for me. And now we're just going to do a couple of knee to elbows. So you're going to do this. As you do this, I want you to suck your navel towards your spine. All right, it's called a stomach vacuum. Okay, now we're gonna switch it up a little bit. We're gonna go to kick jacks. Next, let's just do some hip circles. So take your legs a little further and shoulder width apart, okay? And now shift your weight to your left hip. Push that hip forward and squeeze that glute as you do. And now I want you to think about drawing a box. So you're gonna go straight over and push out your right hip, okay? And it's gonna be in the forward position. Now release the glute and push it back. Again, you're drawing a box, push over to your left hip again, and it's going to be in the back position. Now push it forward and squeeze that glute, over, squeeze, release, over, squeeze, over, squeeze, release, over, squeeze, release. All right, let's go the opposite direction. Go ahead and do this nice and slow. I really want you to get familiar with the feeling of that femur, the end of that femur moving as much as it can in that socket in your pelvis. Switch. Go a little more. Go a little faster. Drawn square with your pelvis, all right? Change sides. Okay, all right, we can get started with the workout. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is a wide leg plank, and it's going to be raised, so you're going to be on your hands, not your elbows. Unless you need to be on your elbows, then when I say get your hands under your shoulders, just get your elbows under your shoulders, all right? We're going to hold the wide leg plank for 12 seconds, and then we're going to come down onto our elbows, or if you're already on your elbows, stay on your elbows, obviously, and put your feet together, and then we're going to do hip dips, okay? It's going to look like this. step it in, come down on your elbows. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, 12. Next, we're going to do a 12-second reverse plank, and then after that, we're going to do 12 bridges. So again, especially in these exercises, I want you to watch where my hips are. You're wanting the sockets of your hips to be in line with your shoulders, not the front of your pelvis, okay? Get your hands under your shoulders. All right, bridges. Get your heels as close to your butt as possible. Now, feet about shoulder width apart. All right. Really clinch that booty, guys. Get your shoulders flat on the mat. Hands down. Push. You should feel like you're driving all of your weight onto your shoulders. All right, and see how my hip joints are in line with my shoulders? I don't want to see this, okay? You need to be driving back, okay? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good job. Next, we're going to do an awesome move that I'm just so excited about finding. You're going to get yourself a Swiss ball. Get it up against the wall. Put your feet on either side of it. Now, to get ourselves in alignment, first off, if you're familiar with cow and cat, we're going to do a couple cow-cat exercises. Push those shoulder blades up. Think about pushing your chest out at your back. And get over your shoulders over your wrists. Okay? Push up, push up, push up. Try and make your sternum touch your spine, okay? And come down. Now, lower your belly button towards the floor, okay? Now I want you to think about what it felt like in both these positions and come to exactly a middle, neutral place with your spine. And I want you to pretend that you are balancing a glass of water on your lower back, okay? Now, you can't spill your invisible water, but pushing back from your upper body, not your lower body, push into the ball. And balance that water. These hip exercises, you will find, are more about finding a nice medium where you're in control. It's not, oh, I'm going to go really hard in one direction and really hard in the other. Because most of us have some dysfunction in our pelvis somewhere. So you get a lot more out of it if you just practice neutrality. Push back. Upper body. Okay, push back. All right, that's good. Get rid of your Swiss ball. Next, if any of you out there are familiar with Pilates, we're going to be doing double and single leg teaser, 12 of each, okay? So you're going to sit down on your mat. Actually, you're going to lay down on your mat. And you're going to take one knee to your chest, and I want you to hug it to your chest. Because yeah, I can get my knee to my chest here, but I don't feel a stretch at all. You should be feeling a stretch. So, and while you're doing that, you're going to point your toe of the opposite foot. Are you ready? I'm going to count up to 24. You lay back on your mat, get your shoulders glued down, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, halfway there. 21, 22, 23, 24. All right. Now we're going to go to double leg. So again, you're going to be hugging your legs to your chest and then pointing. That's 1. I'm going to do 12. 2, 3, 4, 5. Really squeeze those knees to your chest. 6, halfway there. 7, 8. Really reach those toes out. 9, 10, 2 more, 11, 12. All right, all you yogis out there. Next, we're going to be doing needle and thread. Now, if you're not familiar with yoga or you're not good at yoga, don't worry about it. I'm familiar with yoga, but I may not be the best person at it, but I still get benefits even if I'm not doing the exercises 100% the way that it's intended. I have an injury. You're going to have to tweak things to suit your body, all right? So I don't want to see in the comments, oh, she did that wrong. She thinks that she's such a good yoga practitioner. If you're good at yoga, do and thread. If you're not, don't worry about it. Okay, so we're going to lay on your back, your knee back over your hip, and start to open up this knee. Going to rotate that hip. Bring this ankle over and lay it on your thigh here. Go ahead and put your hand on it. And take your other hand and very, very gently press on this knee and very, very gently push with this leg. All right? Ready? 12 seconds. Don't forget to breathe. Switch. Start counting whenever you're ready. Okay, staying where you are, next we're gonna do some pelvic tilts. So again, lay on your back. Now you see this natural arch that I have in my back? It shouldn't be huge like this. That's called lordosis. But you should have a little natural arch in your back, maybe be able to fit a couple fingers underneath there, okay? I'm gonna put my heels closer to my butt. And now, with that little natural arch, I want you to close it, okay? That's one pelvic tilt. Make sure that your hips are even while you're doing this, all right? And you're really paying attention to your alignment. So 1, relax. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, 12. All right, we're going to start with a Samson stretch. It's going to look like you're going to do a lunge, but I want you to take it a little further than you would do a natural lunge, say with weights or just your body weight. Okay, so that's usually a leg length. Try and go as far as you can, and you're going to try and get that knee over your ankle again, but drop the back knee down completely or lightly, you know, and push forward with this glute. But again, if you think about lining up your hips, you get a really nice stretch. And quickly, we're going to do pigeon. I'm sorry, my animals are trying to get out of my bedroom. I need to hurry this along. So again, you're going to rotate this hip socket, and if you need to put your knee like this instead of like this, that's probably safer if you're a beginner, okay? So put that knee down. This leg needs to go directly back behind you. Try and square your hips and raise your chest. Have your hands like this. And try and sink into this. And you can favor the side with the bent knee, and you'll get a really nice glute stretch. I'm sure you can hear the monsters now. All right, now, knee rolls. Okay, get on your back, knees over your hips, 90-degree angle. Shoulders flat on the mat. Roll, and you're going to push the top hip over to stack on top of this one, and try and keep your shoulders both glued to the mat, okay? Lift it up. All right, you can carry along with those on your own. Now we're going to get out the bolster. Now we're going to do a isometric. Get your heels as close to your butt as you can comfortably get them. You can either put this between your thighs or between your knees, and we're just going to squeeze it for 45 seconds. All right, count up to 45 with that. Finally, we're going to do the pose of tranquility. So, or as I like to call it, the bad girl pose or the naughty girl pose. We just did the good girl pose, you know, squeezing things between your knees. If you don't have a sense of humor, I don't want you watching my videos anyway. Okay, so just put the bolster under the top of your pelvis, just where everything connects down there, okay? Get yourself even and spread your legs. And if I have sweats, I like to grab them and pull back, okay? You guys, I would just love to thank you so much for your time. Please continue to watch my videos, tell your friends, share, subscribe, follow me on Facebook. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.